SOFI update here on the 31st. So we invalidated the move. Today, obviously, we broke 833. And so that means that this 5-wave move is off the table. So now what are we looking at? We got an impulse move down. This was 5 waves. And I think that is pretty much finished. You can see here, third wave likely ended right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you take this first wave, you'll see we basically hit where I'd expected to end at. But the gap is here at 766. It's possible it goes down a little bit more. I haven't looked at futures, but I think we're pretty much done with this. We hit daily demand. I sold most of my hedge puts. I kept some just in case. And I bought back my covered calls. And I think we're ready to bounce. So we should be bouncing here soon. Sometime tomorrow. I don't think it will break 753. And I think that we're looking at a bounce to at least 838 to 875. This is a 3-hour demand zone, or supply zone, I mean. You can see it here. If you don't know what supply and demand are, this is a supply candle right here. So I'm looking for the most likely scenario would be something like this. If this is the bottom, the 0.5 fib is at 860. So 860 would be my target. And then from there, we'll have to see what happens. It's possible that this was a first wave down. This is probably the most extreme possibility right here. And then this is first wave of a third wave. So we'd be looking at it like this. Probably something like that, but that would only be the third wave. And then we'd be looking for a pullback and then another move down. So the whole thing would look like something like that. The 1.61 fib of this right here is sitting around way down here at 525. I don't think it's going to go that low. So I'm kind of speculating on what's going to happen here. My target date is like the end of March. But I do know that this was impulsive, so I'm looking for a corrective move here back to at least 838. And then after that, we should be getting at least one more move down. It's possible, too, that we get something like this. It's possible we get this, and then we run back up here like this. Let's say we end right here at 745, and then we run back up here to fill this gap and come up here to like 970. Because one thing that doesn't make sense is this took a lot less time than this took. So it can't be a B wave, in my opinion, unless it does this. If it does this, then it takes longer than this. Then it makes sense as a B wave. But right now, it doesn't make sense as a B wave. It only makes sense as a second wave. So this would make a lot of sense if this were to happen going into like, and that could happen, let's see, it could happen in like the next 15 days back up here to 970. And then we would get a move down here like this. And this would make a lot more sense too because we wouldn't go as low. 970, 1049, that's only an 80 cent below this. That would take us to like 640. And let's just see where this, so yeah, 640 right there. If you just take the top of this move right here is 640. So it's possible we get something like this. This would actually end up being A, B, C like that, and then we would make 5 waves down here into March. So we'll see what happens. I was going to show you QQQ. I know it follows IWM more, but I have this charted, so I think QQQ might have topped out, which is not good. It's possible that it's a fourth wave still. It was a pretty deep retrace though. Let's just see. If this is a third wave, it retraced almost to the 0.5 fib, so I think it probably topped out. So if that's the case and this topped out, it got 5 waves down. So this was 5 waves, in my opinion. If you go down on lower time frames, we'll see if it gets a corrective bounce only about right here and then comes down more, then this is only a third wave. But it looks to me like this is probably 5 waves, which is good because that means this is going to retrace to probably the 0.5 fib itself. So it's looking to go all the way back here to 424 to 425, but then it would see another move down. So you can see here, that's why I'm kind of projecting ABC up to this level and then another move down. And then that could end up being the third wave or it could be the C wave. We don't know yet. So last thing to look at, just look at the moving averages here and just see where we're at. We finished below the 20 and we finished below the 200. That's not good. On the weekly, we're still above the 20 and the 200 is not on there yet. The 50 is though. So we're still above that here at 759 on the weekly 20 and 50, so that's good. I still think there's going to be a bounce. I think we'll probably bounce back to a minimum of the, hold on for a second. So 826 where the 50 is, we got the 20 only here at 809. But we just came straight back down through here. I think there's a good chance that we bounce back up here and then come down to the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So that's pretty much it. Short term is the only thing I can really go off of. There gave you a few different possibilities of where it can go. Are we going to go down and actually break $6, or are we going to finish? Are we going to come up here to like 970 still, and then come down here to like 640? We'll see what happens. But short term, look for a bounce back up here to 838 to 875 most likely, and then another move down. So that's it. If you like this video, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll keep you updated. I might have to be doing these daily now since the stock is moving all over the place. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I expect a bounce. I'm not sure if we'll break $8 this week. They might hold it down because of calls, but soon we should be back up here to at least 850, 860, I would think. So anyway, that's it. Have a good night.